welcome. Thank you for coming to my house. Thank you for the love and the support. Thank you for coming to my house. May God bless you and bless you. Thank you for coming to my house. Thank you for the love and the support. Thank you for coming to my house. May God bless you wherever you are. I see you guys. I see you guys. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for coming to my house, guys. Fitness. I see you there. I see you. Share me out, guys. I appreciate all of you. And this is for all of you. Thank you for coming to my house. Thank you for the love and the support. Thank you for coming to my house. May God bless you wherever you are. Thank you for coming to my house. Thank you for the love and the support. Thank you for coming to my house. May God bless you wherever you are. Remember, don't forget a like and a share. May God bless you wherever you are. Share me out, guys. And today, I want us to be talking about how to protect your channel, how to protect your account, how to protect. Because this week, if I'm not wrong, one of the biggest YouTuber, Diana Bahati, lost her. She had like, I don't know how many thousand, almost 100 something subscribers. And this is happening a lot to a lot of YouTubers. And that's where security comes in. Like, most people don't know, but today we're going to be sharing 9 basic steps that you need to protect your channel. Because as you grow, you tend to become a victim. Most people get attacked, and if you don't protect yourself, you don't protect your account, most of the time you end up losing. So today we'll just be talking about basic steps. And if you're out there, or you're good at this, protecting your accounts, protecting, like this is basically information security. Like when you're out there in online, if you have an account, you need to have some knowledge on, information security, how to protect you. And I know a lot of people, and we'll be talking about those. So we'll be talking about how to protect, like basic ways of protecting your account. Yeah, and make sure you protect as your YouTube channel grow, as you grow, as you expand. You need to protect your account. You need to protect your account. So I'll be taking you guys to those basic steps on how to protect. And don't forget, today we'll be talking about protecting. If you go online, if you go on YT and search for Diana Bahati account, it's been hacked. So, and she lost her, I don't know what happened, but she lost her, most of her, it was a big account basically. And there's so many other people. I see we got like 20 people in the house. Guys, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Share me out. Just want us to talk today about protecting your channel, protecting your account. Because when I say protecting your channel, basically I'm talking about protecting your Google account in YT, okay? So number one, first of all, No, this does not only apply to your account. These are Gmail account. This applies to all the accounts. Okay. Number one thing you need to do is always have a second verification. Second verification, and most preferably, your personal cell phone should be the best second form of verification. And what do I mean by that? When you set up your Google account, when you set out your Google account, the one you use for your YouTube channel, there's a section that they ask you, to add in a second form of verification. I notice a lot of people normally skip that step, but if you have your personal cell phone, number one step, always include your cell phone as the second form of verification, so that if somebody tries to log in anywhere else, it will always give you a notification. And if it's not you trying to, and then I'll talk about why it's very important to do that. So if somebody else tries to log in a different location, it's always going to bring that pop-up. It's going to pop up. It's going to prompt you and ask you some few questions that needs you to respond if it's you or it's not you. Okay. Always have that. That's number one, second form of verification. And whenever you get a notification, always look at your phone, turn on that notification. When you get that notification, pay close attention, because they ask you some few questions. Look at it, and look. Sometimes they even show you the location where somebody's trying to log into your your account. If it's not you, always say decline and say it's not me. Okay, always decline and say it's not me. So that's number one point. Always have a second form of verification, and most preferably your cell phone is the best. Okay, always your cell phone number should be the best form of verification. And normally do that. I also have another form of verification. I normally add in, like, another account also, just in case. Let's say I'm traveling, I don't have my phone, like my cell phone here doesn't work in Kenya. I can also verify with my other Gmail. Okay. And what else? So it's very important. That's point number one. And always set up some few questions, and don't make them basic, like your spouse's birthday, your kid's birthday. Always make sure when they ask you those other questions, for also verification, maybe you forget to unlock your account. Always try to create something that people will not try to guess. Okay. So that is point number one. Okay. Number two, because I see these a lot, like when I went to Kenya, most people can't afford to have computers at home, right? So most people can't afford to have computers or laptops at home. So you see people, they're doing content, but they go to cyber cafe. Cyber cafe, like here we go to the public library. Cyber cafe is somewhere you go pay some money. I don't know if they have these in Jumptown, Latoya. Do they have cyber cafe in Jamaica, where you go in and pay some money to get into the internet, use a computer, you log in to your account in Gmail, and you log into your YouTube channel. I've seen this several times with my friends in Kenya, and I keep an eye on them. Like after they're done, they finish their content. Most of the time, they don't even if they log out. Sometimes what happens when you do the browser settings, sometimes it saves your password automatically. Okay. So if somebody comes in and goes into the last history and they click in and you didn't properly make sure you logged out and cleared the browser, it's so easy for somebody to have access to your YouTube channel. They can have access to your YouTube channel and they can do whatever they want because you left your login. Because sometimes the autofill in the browser, if it's not set not to save the passwords and the logins, it automatically saves all the password. So number two, I'll caution you, if you're using a public computer, or using a computer that everybody else is using, maybe he's at home, maybe he's at work, maybe even your cell phone, personal cell phone, maybe some people share this phone, like company phone. Always make sure, check out the autofill. And I always recommend go to the browser settings. and look for history. When you see the history, there's a button there that says advanced. Advanced, and go check it there. And you look for clear history and make sure you click all history. Because sometimes it just say clear for the last, So you go there and say just clear all. And then you click clear. And that should help you to clear your browsing history. That should help you to clear out your autofills. And also always make sure you can go also check, go online. There should be some tutorials on how to do it, on how to go and make sure it doesn't save your password, it doesn't save your information. Okay, so that is point number 2. When you're using a public computer or using a computer that everybody else is using at work, at home, always make sure you log out. You log out of the computer, and at the same time, I always encourage, make sure you clear the browsing history. Make sure you clear, make sure your YouTube, everything, your login is all cleared out. Okay, so that is point number 2. Log out and clear the history, guys. And thank you guys for coming in. Thank you. Ready. So point number 3, I say log out. Make sure you log. Number 1, I said second verification. Number 2, say log out. Number 3, I said always clear the browsing history. Always clear the browsing history. If you're sharing a computer with people, to protect your channel, to protect your account, always clear the browsing history. And then there's another one that I always like to, always change your password. They say to change your password every 3 months. I always recommend to change. Personally, I prefer to change my password every 2 months. Okay, for security purposes, to protect, because when people are trying to get into your info, always change your password every 3 to 2 months. Okay, always change your password. Always change your password. That is point number 4. Always change your password 3 months. I prefer to do it every 2 months. Okay, every 2 months. But they always recommend to do. They always recommend to do at least 3 months. Change your password 3 months. So point number 1. Second form of verification, your cell phone number, preferably. That's the best. Number 2, when you're using a public computer or you're using a cell phone that other people are using, clear, log out of your account, log out of your YouTube, and not just the YouTube, go also log out of the Gmail account. And number 3, clear out the browser. This is how you protect your account. This is how you protect your channel. Clear out the browser, because if you don't, the autofill sometimes saves your password, and the next password can just come in, clicking, and your information is just going to populate, automate everything in there, and you will lose your account so easily, or even your content. And somebody can even create bad content in your channel. Let's say, like in this case, I heard that, like, the rumor was somebody created some nasty content, and when the moment you do that, YouTube channel will the YT will straight away shut down your account, because it's a violation. If you post some porn, some stuff that is not, they're gonna shut it down. So always clear out the browser, and then change your password every 2 to 3 months. Always change your password every 2 to 3 months. This is information security. Okay, I'm giving you info on just how to protect not only your Gmail account, every other account. Okay, always change your password. That is point number 4. Don't forget to change your password every 2-3 months. I prefer 2 months. Okay, because when people are trying to get into your info, and then number 5, point number 5, create a complicated password. Okay, number 5, make sure you create a complicated password. Okay, complicated password. So every 3 months, 2 months, change your password. The next one is create a complicated password. I know so many people, they always recommend don't use your family names and their birth date. A lot of people use their kids' names, their spouses' names, their family members. They use their names, or they use their password, they use their birth date. Do not, I repeat, and do not even your pets. If you have pets, do not use your pets' names. Do not use your family names or birth dates. Do not use your spouse's name or birth date. Always create a complicated password, okay? It could be a place. It could be something you favorite. It could be something, something. I always try to create a password with a name that will help me to remember if it's something really special that happened in my life, I just, those special things, I always try to create a password relating to those so that it's easy. It's not easy. It could be a place, it could be a trip, it could be an experience, it could be a bad experience, how I felt. I could use such to create a complicated password. So I'll use letters, always use, and they say do at least minimum 8 letters, numbers, and characters, okay? Always make it, I prefer to do at least 10. I prefer to use my password at least minimum 10. Okay, so I'll use like 8 or 6 letters, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, and then I'll use like 2 characters. When I use say 2 characters, could be question mark, could be this, could be, just pick a character that's, always create a complicated password. Don't just do letters. Actually, these days, most accounts will not let you do that. So make sure you get some numbers. It could be the date something happened, some experience happened, something special. It could be, stuff like that. Places, and then you can do the dates, you can do whatever. But do not use your family, your kids, your spouse's birthdays, or, always make sure. I know a lot of people do that because the number one guess people will try is birth dates. They will try to use the birth dates and their names and all that. And then, so always make sure, guys, always make sure. Do not use the birth date. Do not use your family name. Point is, do not use the same password in other accounts. Let's say you have a Gmail account and the Yahoo account. Do not use the same password. Okay, because I see a lot of people, they do that. They use the same password because I work in IT, so I can see people use the same password in their various accounts. Okay, do not use the same password. If you're using this password in Yahoo, don't use the same password because these are people who can be trying to look around, and if you're using the same password, people can have access. They can have access if you're using the same password. If you're using the same, you're doing banking and all stuff like that, do not use the same password, okay? Do not use the same password. Cell phone. And please do not ignore the notification, because if somebody else tries to log in a different location, you get that notification. Make sure you verify if it's you or not. If it's not you, say no, it's not you, and they're gonna block the person. All right, and always go to YouTube. Not YouTube. Always go to Google settings and check also like the last location where somebody logged into your account, and you can remove the one that's not you. Make sure that you always keep an eye on that one. Okay, let me use my phone right here to show you. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. So if you're using a cell phone or even the browser in a computer, when you go to Google right here, you're on your YouTube channel and you're logged in, always make sure you go out and log out. Okay, always log out. You always log out, and you see right here, there's three dots right here. Tap on it, and you're gonna get this right here. Don't know if you can see that. And then go to history. Click on history, and you can see all that history, right? If I just click on any of them, it's gonna take me to my account, but this is my phone. So, and always clear the browsing history up here. Clear the browsing history, clear the password, clear everything. If you're using a public computer, if you're using a computer that everybody else is using, okay?